Hi guys, it's James Layton here. Today I'm going to talk about the importance of starting out on a diet on as many calories as possible. So for example, the typical dieter will go extremely aggressive initially by dropping their calories way below their maintenance levels, and they'll probably lose a lot of weight in a short period of time. However, as you all probably know, this is not sustainable. And essentially what happens is you back yourself into a corner, because as soon as you hit a plateau on severely less calories, you're barely eating anything already and therefore have nowhere to cut from. So the ultimate goal, start your diet on as many calories as possible. So an approach I use for a lot of my clients, I use a non-linear approach. So this basically means carbohydrates are matched with training output. So very simply, more carbohydrates on training days purely because energy expenditure is higher, less carbohydrates on non-training days. So I actually put maintenance calories approximately on training days, and then the deficit comes on the non-training days. So over the course of the week, the deficit's going to be very minimal, but my goal when I start with a client is essentially to start them on as many calories as possible. So even if they don't lose any weight that first week, I know unequivocally, because I've got the data in front of me, that they maintain their weight on these calories, non-training days and training days. Whereas if I'd have put them on an extremely aggressive cut on both training days and non-training days, they probably would have lost weight during that first period, but I've then lost the opportunity of what I did when I first had them high calories. Okay, so that drop from there to there, I could have used those calories, dropped them when he or she hit a plateau. So the ultimate goal, like I said, there's always a time and a place. For example, if I have a client and a very strict deadline, then things may change. But there's also a couple other key components of starting at very high calories initially. And the firstly is strength in the gym. So for example, if you can maintain strength much better on especially the big compound movements, squat, deadlift, bench press, muscle mass is going to be maintained much better. Also just psychologically you're going to feel a lot better, you're less likely to binge. So the best way to think about it is decreases in caloric intake and increases in energy expenditure, e.g. more training volume, are basically trump cards. The more trump cards you have when you plateau, you've got more options to play with. So an extreme example, like I've just mentioned, you have a trainee and I've told them I want you to train every day, 7 days a week, 500 calories you're going to be on. They're probably going to lose quite a bit of weight. However, when they plateau, I've already got them training 7 days a week. I've already got them on 500 calories. There's pretty much nowhere to drop from. Whereas if I had them on a weight training protocol 3 or 4 times a week, moderate calories, I've got so many things to change, because I can then increase expenditure through cardio on the non-training days, drops in calories, predominantly from carbohydrates and possibly fat, depending on where I've started them from. But the main premise, start on as many calories as possible where you can still lose body fat, then make changes from there. So I hope you found this useful. Please help like my video, share, subscribe, etc. Have a great day.